phase one is a better part of the mall will be demolished.
Yeah, I don't know the answer to that question. It's really a question for the developer. My understanding is that they want to move on this very quickly.
Mayor, have you seen the video along the river pathway in Inglewood where a man was on a bicycle and he's...
Yes, I saw it.
Just wanting, especially on the heels of several days of racial consultations, we've been made aware of more than one incident of this happening in the Calgary area. Can I get your reaction?
Oh, this is disgusting, right? But it just reminds us that even in a place that is quite pluralistic, that is very diverse, people of color, racialized people have to deal with this stuff all the time. And you know, we put up with it. And it's probably a point, an opportunity where people say, I don't want to put up with this anymore. The thing that was most concerning to me, not most concerning, one thing that was very concerning to me is I made a big mistake this weekend. I went on Reddit because I wanted to see what people are talking about this particular thing, because the people on Reddit identified the guy right away and so on. And there was a question that someone had put, and they said, watching this video makes me very nervous. I was planning to move to Calgary this fall, but I'm part of a mixed race relationship. Are people going to harass us or treat us badly? And all the Redditors thankfully went, no, it's gonna be great, it's gonna be fine here. But the fact that this person was asking this question, that's really one of the challenges here, is we need to attract people and build business here. We cannot afford to have an image of people who are reactionary, who don't care about one another, and who are frankly racist. I don't think the city is. I think there's systemic racism we must fight. There's oppression that we must fight. But I don't think people see that as much in their everyday interactions. But that doesn't mean those don't exist. Sorry, being a bit mealy-mouthed. Let me try that again. Absolutely, we have systemic racism and we have oppression here in the city. And yes, some people experience acts of blatant racism like that every day. Most people see more insidious things. But as I said a couple of weeks ago, I think it is possible to hold both ideas at the same time. That this is a place of pluralism and opportunity for people from every background, and we still have work to do. And that's what's clear here, and I just want people who watch that incident to know that the vast majority of people who live here were absolutely outraged at what happened there, because that is not who we are.
And I have one more sidebar question from a different reporter. A number of national and municipal groups have penned a letter asking for government relief when it comes to costs for restaurants. Is there anything the City of Calgary can do to alleviate some of the pressures on the restaurant owners as they struggle immensely to overcome rising costs and fewer customers?
So we've done quite a bit in that area as part of our business support task force. So for example, we waive the fees on patios, we allow people to do more outdoor seating, we have deferred the payment of property tax to September 30th, and we have removed a whole bunch of other permits and fees for now. The city, municipal governments and cities' ability to make a difference here is a little bit limited, but we have also certainly been supportive of programs from the federal and provincial governments to assist small business, retail business, and restaurants.
Anything in terms of rent relief or wider bans on commercial evictions?
Those are issues for the provincial government to deal with. They are certainly things that we support, that I support.
A quick comment, there was a rally this morning out in front of City Hall from the multifamily residential building owners there concerned about the amount of property tax increase this year. Does council have, I know it was discussed in April, but are there any other plans to help that class?
No, I brought it forward to council in the spring because I was made aware of the scope of these increases. And council voted, if it wasn't unanimous, it was close to unanimous. Was it?
10-5.
10-5. Overwhelmingly, to not offer that relief, because when you look over a few years, in fact, these properties have had a decline and then an increase. So their 4 or 5 year average is exactly the same as every other kind of residence or business, depending on the category they're in across the city. So although it fluctuated, people ended up in the same spot, and I have not heard from a single member of council that they're interested in revisiting that decision, though I'm always happy to chat with people about the situation. The fact is, property taxes have been set and the bills have gone out.
Just racism, we were told that discussion at 5 p.m.
Yeah, we'll do it all at 5 o'clock today.
So, are there things that have been added on since the hearing?
Minor.
Okay.
Based on the hearing, I shouldn't say minor, based on the hearing, the terms of reference for the committee have been amended, as well as just some language changes in the recommendations. I'm quite pleased with where we've ended up.
Do you think that's enough for, the community spoke so frequently about wanting action?
Well, let's remember that the City of Calgary did this a bit backwards because we passed the notice of motion with all the actions in it before we had the hearing. Most cities had a hearing first and then developed the actions, but the actions we've already passed are fully underway, and I think that that's the critical thing here.
Quick comment en français
Wait,
on the masks.
wait. Would you like me to ask it to me in French?
Qu'est-ce que votre procès de le mandate du masque? Pourquoi maintenant?
That is not bad. Well done. Maintenant, on s'inquiète beaucoup du concept du conseil du levage secondaire. Et c'est très important parce que nous avons vu une amélioration des numéros de cas à Calgary et en Alberta les jours avant aujourd'hui. Donc c'est important de penser que le mandat pour les masques est un mandat qui peut sauver l'économie. C'est pas les masques ou l'économie, c'est vraiment les masques pour l'économie. Et c'est important maintenant de faire des changements sur le transport en commun. Ça, c'est très important. Mais c'est aussi important de penser à une loi qu'on peut faire s'il y a des problèmes avec l'amélioration du niveau des gaz.
Pourquoi c'était un no-brainer pour juste pour transit maintenant?
C'est vraiment un no-brainer pour le transport en commun maintenant, parce que c'est très difficile d'avoir la distance physique dans les trains ou dans les autobus. Donc pour moi, ce sont nos clients, c'est notre service comme ville de Calgary, et c'est important pour moi que nous faisons un environnement très sécure pour nos clients. All right, thanks everybody.